Nkosi. We've got about 5 minutes for the session, so whoever wants to start with a question, please go ahead. Ken?
Condolences, Mziwakhe. You must feel like you've offended the ancestors or something. Because to lose a game, a last minute kick like that, I guess you and the team must be gutted.
Yeah, Ken, I'm extremely disappointed, especially having thought like we'd maybe done enough. But again, I don't think we can take away from Peter, George, and his team. I thought they were outstanding, particularly from a technical point of view. And yeah, we couldn't get clear water between the two of us, and we probably left it too tight at the end.
I mean, there was just that period in the second half, sort of from the 50th minute to the 70th, where you guys just sort of seemed trapped down in your territory and you couldn't get out. I mean, the defense was amazing, but I suppose it took its toll. What do you feel you guys did wrong in that period of play? And was that the pivotal period of play?
Yeah, it wasn't just that. I think that Peter came with a really good tactic, and having spoken to some of the Griquas players afterwards, particularly George, they felt they couldn't get around us. They came around the fringes, which was a hell of a good. Our body height, we didn't react quick enough for the amount of points they scored. And yeah, I thought for a game like this, for a final, winner takes all, that's an unbelievable tactic. They caught us offside a couple of times. They're able to kick us down. If you take the 3 points they took, just before that, again around the fringe, our body was really poor. Caught us on the try they scored. One of our guys offsides, they played advantage, incurring the ref of Christopher Allison. So we just didn't react and adapt quick enough to that tactic. They persisted with the whole game, like I said, I thought our body height was weak, our tackle fight was weak. We didn't do enough to sort of subvert that tactic, and all it did was it frustrated us. They got penalties, they marched us down, and in games like this, territory is important.
Thanks, Ken. Carl?
Coach, I mean, if you take all the good and the bad and add it together, the whole thing, there was 2 penalties in their half, which we decided to, or which the captain decided to go to the corner rather than to take the 3 points, and that was the difference between win and lose. To what do you ascribe that decision making on the field? The lack of experience, or was it from the coach's box?
Yeah, I'm not going to say James Rokin on the bus. We felt we're on top of them, us together with them. We kick it down. They incur 2 penalties, they're on a warning. Chris gives them a warning. We don't throw the line out, it's a short arm, they kick it out, we take pressure. We score that, they've got 3 scores to go, the game's dead and buried. So those are the gambles that you take. We didn't execute well enough on day 5 on the second line out. Yeah, to sit here and throw Ken on the bus is stupid of me.
Thanks, Carl.
Coach, just looking at the overall match, just your rating of how your team performed today, and the fact that you're also backing Asenati to be the vice captain and to play today, just your reasoning behind that as well.
Yeah, feedback on the game, we weren't accurate. I think we lost something like 4 or 5 lineouts. We lost the aerial battle, we lost a couple of balls in the air. We had opportunities down, as Carl mentioned earlier, opportunities in the 22 that we didn't take. So I guess the word is inaccurate, that we gave away silly penalties. It's not like they completely outplayed us, and I think we were behind the game. We were only behind in the game for 5 minutes max, you know. But like I said earlier to Ken, we didn't create enough clear water between the two of us. And credit to them again. I thought Peter came with, in a game like this, his tactics were good, and you know I was happy to go to him afterwards and shake his hand.
And on Asenati?
Oh, and Asa. Yeah, Asa's going to play at some point. He's obviously taken a couple of weeks off. I think that we don't want to speak too much about the matter that's obviously sub judice, but he's a guy who's going to get going. There's a UFC comp that starts next week. You know, there's travels to Wales on Tuesday, so yeah, in the interim, whilst he's not suspended, we think it's in his best interest to play. He did a decent enough job today, so it's all good.
Thanks, Coach. Yelton.
Coach, congratulations on the loss. Do you feel like this one's a little bit tougher to take? Just think about the players that you have at your disposal, the URC boys, and how they went through the last 2 games in the competition. And why do you think they just couldn't put away the quality that you have on your side?
Yeah, again, I think the challenge is about adapting. You've got adaptive tactics. Again, credit to Peter. They came with a tactic that is difficult to defend if you're not sharp enough. We didn't react well enough to it. We were inaccurate. And to their credit, they forced 1 or 2 errors. Think about the last 4. I don't think we won the line-out the last 4 line-outs. So yeah, part of the challenge for our group is that we've got to adapt. Speaking on the toughness of the loss, any loss is tough. Whether you lose, whatever game you lose, it's tough, and maybe it's a challenge for our guys. Every game you've got to pitch. Not to say we didn't pitch, but you've got to be on it every day because this is South African rugby. Anyone can get on top of you.
Did you feel during the week or even on match day that there would be a bit of complacency creeping into the team, or do you just feel as if the better team won, better tactics today and just this?
Yeah, to say we were complacent is probably a bit harsh on guys who've just given of their bodies today. So to sit here and say they were complacent after guys, as Ken said, defended their hearts out, it would be a spit in the face to them. But again, yeah, we were inaccurate and didn't adapt. If you think our first line out, Fenton knocking the kick off, Chris kicking short, Nico kicking short. So and again, that's just pressure. That's not to say that the Oaks are poor players or the guys played poorly. The Gringos did really well, and I spoke throughout the week about how sharp they are and how sharp they can be. I mean, I say this is the first time we've lost to the Gringos in 4 attempts, but previously we went 3 losses in a row, and obviously in the Currie Cup, so I'm very much aware of what their strengths are. This is also a team that's gone far on the bounce in the Currie Cup. No team's done that, so they're sharp. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say we were rubbish. I thought they were good, but we were inaccurate. I think that's the word that summarizes our performance.
You mentioned the inaccuracies, but the back line was very good with their tries. Q1 made a try-saving tackle that you held the ball up twice on the line. Are those some of the positives you'll look at going into the URC next week?
Yeah, they've got positives. I thought Nico Steyn was outstanding. Saved us a couple of times. NG and Q1 at the back. But again, we probably didn't create enough opportunities for them. Early in the game, we tried, but again, we're not dangerous. Gershwin is, we're not dangerous. Dylan is. We knocked the ball, they pick it up, they score, but that's been the Gringos' modus operandi for the whole season. We were very much aware of that, and again, that's inaccurate. If Chris throws it accurately, Richard Delport is down through the whole scores. He doesn't, they pick it up, they score. We knew that, and we just didn't. Yeah, we didn't execute.
Jackson. Any more questions? Going once, twice. Happy? Coaching, thank you very much.
Thank you.